Oral Roberts versus Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State opens its season under the bright lights of Gallagher-Iba Arena, where the Cowboys aim to assert Big 12 strength against visiting Oral Roberts. Both teams enter 0-0, but expectations couldn't be more different. Oklahoma State carries a 94.9% win projection, while Oral Roberts faces steep odds to steal one on the road. For the Cowboys, it's about setting an early tone in a deep conference. For the Golden Eagles, it's a test of resolve against Power 5 size, depth, and pressure. This is a proving ground game. Confidence versus challenge, control versus chase. Statistically, the matchup paints a clash of efficiency and physicality. Oklahoma State averaged 72.6 points last season, led by Bryce Thompson's 13.0 per game and a balanced lineup where Abu Usman added 12.2 points and 5.2 boards. They shot 42.6% from the field, 32.5% from deep, and 72% at the line. Their defense thrives on activity, 7.2 steals and 2.8 blocks per contest, with Arturo Dean's 2.5 steals and Usman's 1.0 block anchoring both levels. Oral Roberts, meanwhile, scored 73.3 a night, but allowed nearly as much, leaning heavily on Isaac McBride's 19.0 points, 2.5 assists, and sharp 84% free throw shooting. Josiah Moore provides the rebounding edge at 4.4 per game, but the Golden Eagles' 43.6% team shooting underscores their need for precision. The defining battle: Oklahoma State's size and defensive pressure versus Oral Roberts' perimeter-heavy rhythm. Momentum clearly favors Stillwater. Oral Roberts dropped 3 of its last 5 to end last season, including a 73-56 defeat to Kansas City and an 80-67 loss at Omaha, showing inconsistency in shot selection and defensive rotations. Oklahoma State, despite a tough loss to North Texas, closed stronger, taking wins over SMU and Wichita State, averaging near 80 points in those victories. Their tempo and energy surged late, hinting at early season cohesion few mid-majors can match. Their veterans, including Thompson and Usman, understand how to set the pace and weather early runs, a key advantage when breaking in fresh rotations. Gallagher-Iba should be buzzing as the Cowboys look to put on a statement performance for their home crowd, blending discipline and athletic flair from tip-off. The on-court duel to watch is McBride versus Thompson. McBride's 19 points per game and steady hand make him Oral Roberts' pulse, while Thompson's 44% shooting and clutch scoring define Oklahoma State's poise. McBride thrives on pull-ups and angles. Thompson prefers rhythm dribbles and contact finishes. Their duel will dictate tempo. Whoever controls spacing and flow will tilt the game. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Oklahoma State winner. Tactically, Oklahoma State's rebounding depth and defensive switching create matchup nightmares. The Cowboys' guards pressure passing lanes, forcing turnovers that turn into transition runs, while their forwards control the glass. Oral Roberts must rely on ball movement and three-point consistency, but their 36% perimeter mark may not offset Oklahoma State's athletic dominance. The X factor: Arturo Dean's playmaking and defensive havoc against a smaller ORU backcourt. Expect Oklahoma State's depth to wear down the Golden Eagles late, turning a tight first half into a convincing close. Prediction: Oklahoma State 81, Oral Roberts 65. The Cowboys' balance, rebounding edge, and defensive energy should overpower the Golden Eagles' perimeter attack. Expect Oklahoma State to control pace early and send an opening night message: efficient, composed, and in command from wire to wire. Eastern Illinois Panthers versus Valparaiso Beacons. The season tips off in Valparaiso, and all eyes turn to the Athletics Recreation Center, where the Beacons open their campaign with an 83.6% edge in the matchup forecast against an Eastern Illinois team that's looking to shock early. Both squads begin 0-0, but the stakes stretch beyond a single night. It's the tone setter for two programs building toward very different conference ambitions. Eastern Illinois enters from the Ohio Valley with depth and rebounding grit, while Valparaiso in the Missouri Valley looks to reestablish itself behind a returning core that finished the prior season strong despite narrow losses. The energy inside Valpo's home court will be crucial, as a crowd hungry for a fast start could fuel momentum from the opening tip. Last season's tale paints a clear contrast. Eastern Illinois averaged balanced production through NCAAB Shelton's 17.0 points per game and Cooper Jacoby's 8.9 rebounds. The Panthers hit 43.2% from the floor and 31.9% from three, combining steady half-court sets with defensive length that forced turnovers. Their 11.3 assists and 35.3 rebounds per game highlight a methodical rhythm but modest offensive efficiency. Valparaiso countered with a more fluid, perimeter-oriented style. 74.7 points per night, 42.7% shooting, and nearly 34.5 boards. Cooper Schweiger anchored the Beacons with 15.8 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 2.0 blocks, while Darius Diavario's 2.9 assists per game steered an attack built on spacing and tempo. The matchup defines itself as power on power, Eastern Illinois' rebounding muscle versus Valpo's offensive flow and home court shooting confidence. Momentum tells another story. Eastern Illinois closed last year winning 3 of its final 5, including statement wins over Semo, Little Rock, and Morehead State, powered by defense-first execution and balanced scoring. Valparaiso, meanwhile, lost 3 of its last 5, 2 heartbreakers against Bradley, yet displayed growth in offensive resilience with a key win over Northern Iowa. The Panthers ride quiet momentum. The Beacons arrive with lessons learned and adjustments made. For Valpo, correcting late-game turnovers will be key to transforming close losses into victories, while Eastern Illinois must prove it can score efficiently on the road against a disciplined MVC defense. At the center of the duel, NCAAB Shelton versus Cooper Schweiger. Shelton's 17.0 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 39.3% from 3 give Eastern Illinois a versatile shot creator who thrives on rhythm pull-ups and downhill drives. Schweiger, at 15.8 points and 7.8 boards, combines front-court presence with 48.9% shooting and rim protection that changes possessions. Their clash, scorer versus anchor, will dictate pace and paint control. If Shelton can draw fouls and stretch the floor, Eastern Illinois can hang. If Schweiger dominates the boards and controls tempo, Valpo's offense will flow. The secondary battle between playmakers, Artezi Stapleton's 2.7 assists for EIU and Diavario's 2.9 for Valpo, could quietly determine who dictates pace and spacing through 40 minutes. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Valparaiso winner. Tactically, Valparaiso's edge lies in transition and ball spacing. Their balanced attack, featuring multiple shooters above 33% from deep, challenges Eastern Illinois' defensive rotations. The Panthers' strength is rebounding and interior defense, where Jacoby and Fruster can control second-chance points. Turnovers and composure will define this opener. Whichever team keeps poise in half-court sets will seize momentum. Bench depth and late-game execution tilt toward the Beacons, whose rotation showed stronger offensive balance last season. Expect Valpo to push tempo early, test EIU's defensive communication, and build pressure from the perimeter. Prediction: Valparaiso 76, Eastern Illinois 65. The Beacons' offensive polish and home rhythm prove decisive. Eastern Illinois brings toughness and fight, but Valpo's shot creation and late-game poise set the tone for a winning start. A disciplined, confident opening statement at home. The season opener belongs to the Beacons, who showcase composure, spacing, and a renewed defensive edge that signals their intent to rise within the Missouri Valley. Southern Utah Thunderbirds versus Arizona State Sun Devils. The new season tips off in Tempe, and Arizona State is ready to announce itself. The Sun Devils open at home against Southern Utah in a matchup that looks lopsided on paper. A 92.2% win probability speaks volumes. Both teams start fresh at 0-0, but they enter from very different trajectories. Arizona State, representing the Big 12, aims to turn early momentum into a statement, while Southern Utah, from the Western Athletic Conference, comes in searching for an identity after a difficult finish last season. It's not just the first test of the year. It's a tone setter for two programs trying to redefine themselves on opposite ends of the national spectrum. Statistically, the tale of the tape shows Arizona State's balance against Southern Utah's uneven production. The Sun Devils averaged 73.9 points per game last year on 43.8% shooting, backed by 35.8% from deep and 72.4% from the line. They added 34.2 rebounds, 12.9 assists, and 12.3 turnovers per game, efficient, disciplined, and structured. Southern Utah, by contrast, put up 69.8 points on 42.5% shooting, 31.3% from three, and 72.9% at the stripe, but struggled with rhythm and turnovers. Arizona State's leading scorer, Alston Mason, 13.8 ppg, 4.0 apg, directs a steady offense, while Bashir Jihad, 13.7 ppg, 5.5 rpg, gives inside presence. For Southern Utah, Jameer Simpson, 16.1 ppg, 4.7 rpg, and Brock Fielder, 6.2 rpg, 2.1 bpg, headline a team that relies heavily on individual bursts rather than sustained pace. The key clash? Arizona State's ball control and perimeter efficiency against Southern Utah's effort-driven rebounding and shot blocking. Momentum favors the Sun Devils. Arizona State closed last year with losses, but against elite competition, including a 100-113 thriller versus Arizona and a narrow 73-99 battle with Utah. They showed offensive potential even in defeat. Southern Utah, meanwhile, dropped 4 of its last 5, including a 59-100 collapse against Utah Valley, an indicator of their defensive fragility on the road. The Thunderbirds' offense went flat late in games, a dangerous trend against a Power 5 opponent that thrives on pace and spacing. The star duel sets the tone. Simpson versus Mason. Simpson's aggressive scoring and volume shooting contrast with Mason's poise and efficiency. Simpson is a straight-line driver who lives at mid-range, while Mason controls tempo with vision and shooting precision. Around them, Fielder's interior defense meets Jihad's versatile scoring. Arizona State's depth, from B.J. Freeman's 13.7 points to Sean Phillips Jr.'s rim protection, adds layers Southern Utah lacks. Expect Freeman's perimeter confidence and Phillips's interior rebounding to stretch the game early, creating a scoring balance that Southern Utah's rotation will struggle to counter. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Arizona State winner. Expect Arizona State to dictate tempo through disciplined passing, quick defensive rotations, and transition balance. Their perimeter ball movement should stretch Southern Utah's defense, forcing mismatches inside. The Sun Devils' advantage on the glass, and especially with Jihad and Phillips combining for over 10 rebounds per game, could translate into second-chance points that break the Thunderbirds' resistance. Unless Southern Utah finds a hot hand from deep or turns this into a scrappy defensive grind, Arizona State's size, pace, and offensive efficiency should wear them down by halftime. Prediction: Arizona State 83, Southern Utah 62. The Sun Devils' balance, shot selection, and rebounding control overwhelm a rebuilding Thunderbird squad. A confident opener that signals Arizona State's readiness for a deeper Big 12 campaign, the kind of start that builds chemistry, belief, and momentum for the challenges ahead. Portland State versus Stanford. Stanford opens its season at Maples Pavilion with the energy of a team eager to assert itself early. The Cardinal, 0-0 and looking to climb the ACC standings, host a Portland State squad entering from the Big Sky, also 0-0 but determined to prove it can challenge a major conference opponent. The analytics lean heavily toward Stanford with a commanding 91.5% win probability, underscoring the size and efficiency gap between these two programs. For Portland State, this is a statement opportunity. For Stanford, it's a tone setter, a chance to show balance, discipline, and rhythm before conference play tightens. Stanford's 2024-25 numbers paint the portrait of a steady, efficient team. The Cardinal averaged 73.0 points on 43.4% shooting, hitting 34.1% from deep and 78.8% at the line, anchored by Maxime Reynaud's 20.2 points and 10.6 rebounds per game. Jalen Blake's added 12.1 points and 4.7 assists, giving Stanford a composed backcourt presence. They shared the ball well, 13.8 assists, rebounded effectively, 34.0 per game, and defended with intent, 7.0 steals, 3.5 blocks. Portland State counters with hustle and grit, 75.6 points per game, driven by Jalen Henderson's 13.0 points and Terry Miller Jr.'s versatile inside-out play at 12.1 points and 7.6 boards. But their 47.3% team shooting and 32.7% from three suggest a need for greater offensive precision against elite defensive rotations. The battle lines are clear: Stanford's structure and efficiency versus Portland State's pace and rebounding aggression. Recent form adds contrast. Stanford's last five show balance, a mix of narrow wins and tough losses but clear offensive poise, including an 87-70 win, and competitive outings versus top programs. Portland State, meanwhile, split its late-season stretch 3-2, highlighted by a gritty 79-76 overtime win and narrow 59-56 victory, showing resilience but inconsistency in scoring bursts. Stanford enters fresh and confident. Portland State must rely on rhythm and rebounding to stay close. The Cardinal have proven capable of bouncing back quickly after setbacks, while the Vikings often depend on second-chance points to stay in games. Each team's recent habits tell a story. Stanford's experience in late-game execution contrasts sharply with Portland State's streaky perimeter play. The star duel is compelling. Reynaud, a 6'10" forward with soft touch and control, averaged 48.7% from the field and 77.0% at the line. A two-way anchor capable of dictating tempo inside. Across from him, Henderson's guard-driven attack relies on quick movement and perimeter shot-making at 43.2% FG and 67.9% FT. Reynaud dominates through poise and presence, Henderson through speed and shot creation. Their contrast defines this matchup's heartbeat: Stanford's size and efficiency versus Portland State's pace and urgency. Expect Reynaud to control early possessions and draw doubles, freeing shooters like Blakes and Sellers on the wings, while Henderson must find rhythm under defensive pressure from Stanford's switching guards. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Stanford winner. Tactically, Stanford's edge lies in rebounding command and defensive discipline. The Cardinal move the ball cleanly, protect the rim, and convert free throws at a high clip. Portland State must create chaos, pressuring ball handlers, forcing turnovers, and pushing tempo before Stanford's half-court defense sets. If the Vikings guards can ignite early offense and Minot holds ground inside, they can test Stanford's transition defense. But if the Cardinal control pace and glass, their depth and execution will wear Portland State down. Expect Stanford's coaching staff to emphasize defensive rotations and ball security, limiting Portland State's open floor opportunities and controlling tempo with high-efficiency sets through Reynaud and Blakes. Prediction: Stanford 78, Portland State 61. Stanford's balance, shooting precision, and interior strength proved decisive. The Vikings compete early, but the Cardinals' efficiency and composure take over late. A confident, disciplined start to the season at home. UT Martin Skyhawks versus UNLV Rebels. A crisp night in Las Vegas, where the lights never dim and every possession will echo the start of a new season. The UT Martin Skyhawks travel west, chasing an early statement, while the UNLV Rebels stand ready to defend home hardwood with confidence and expectation. This one feels like a tone setter, the kind of opener that defines what each team wants to be. The numbers paint a lopsided forecast. UNLV sits with an overwhelming 95.1% win probability, but games aren't played on charts. UT Martin, built on hustle and length, sees opportunity in chaos and rebounding control. Season breakdown, the tale of the tape. UT Martin's offense runs through ball screens and rim attacks, averaging 74.4 points per game behind 41.9% shooting, 32.2% from deep, and 69.9% at the line. Their activity on the boards, with nearly 39.4 rebounds a night, is a weapon. They rely on hustle stats, 8.1 steals, 2.8 blocks, and second chance points generated by relentless effort. UNLV, by contrast, wins with composure and efficiency, 69.2 points per game on 44% from the field, 33.3% from three, 71.7% at the stripe, and fewer turnovers, 10.7. They move the ball with purpose, posting 12.1 assists and control defensive glass at 33.9 rebounds. Style clash. UT Martin thrives on speed and chaos. UNLV dictates tempo through structure, half-court spacing, and disciplined execution. Recent form, who's peaking? UT Martin closed last season with a pair of wins and 3 tight losses, showing flashes of offensive rhythm but struggling to maintain balance on defense. Their scoring consistency wavered, yet players like Guignard and Salaridze provided steady production inside and out. UNLV, meanwhile, enters off 3 wins in 5, with sharp victories over Nevada and San Diego State signaling late-season momentum. Their confidence in transition improved, and ball movement created high-quality looks. Signs of a team learning to finish games. Star duel, the game within the game. Terrence Guignard, UT Martin's catalyst, averaged 16.3 points, 4.7 rebounds, and 2.3 assists, combining quick bursts and mid-range control. His partner, forward Vlad Salaridze, adds 13.2 points, 7.8 rebounds, and defensive bite with 2.0 steals per game. Across the floor, UNLV's Didon Thomas Jr. orchestrates everything: 15.6 points, 4.7 assists, and an efficient shot mix that stabilizes the offense. Around him, Jaden Henley provides 14.3 points per game and perimeter athleticism, while Jeremiah Cherry anchors the defense at 1.5 blocks per game and pulls 5.3 rebounds. Guignard's aggression versus Thomas's precision, that's the heartbeat of this matchup. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is UNLV winner, matchup analysis, the breakdown that matters. Expect UNLV to open with tight perimeter defense and force UT Martin into low-percentage jumpers. The Rebels' spacing could stretch UT Martin's bigs away from the rim, softening their rebounding advantage. On the other side, UT Martin will attack through ball pressure and offensive boards, hoping to create turnovers and rhythm in transition. Bench depth tilts toward UNLV. Players like Henley and Hicks can supply scoring off the second unit, while UT Martin leans on a smaller rotation that must stay disciplined. If the Skyhawks can limit giveaways and push pace, they can make this a game late. But UNLV's superior shot selection, better rim protection, and home composure give them control. Prediction: the final call. UNLV 78, UT Martin 66. The Rebels' balance, spacing, and backcourt leadership proved too steady. UT Martin brings grit and rebounding strength, but UNLV's execution under pressure and shot-making separate them down the stretch. In the glow of Thomas and Mack, the Rebels start their season with the poise of a contender and the sharpness of a team built to make noise all winter.